I used to work for the University of Alberta provincial labs, and me and the tech guy there, we would play Quake, the original Quake together, and we'd have a lot of fun, and we would play it online through the university connection. And we decided, hey, let's expand this and play the people that were actually playing online at a LAN center back in those days. So we started what was called Quake Fest, and we had a bunch of, like, probably 17 people that came out to that, and it was a success. So we wanted to actually expand it even more. So we got a few other people involved, and we made the first Fragapalooza in '97. And I think we had about 70 people, and that's how it started in an airplane hangar in downtown.
So basically I started as a participant with the event. Started in 1998. I went for a single day back when it was in its grassroots, and I believe there was about 100 people at the event, so it's pretty small. And it was so much fun that the following year I went back again for the full 4 days. And a few years later I figured that I've been coming long enough, I should volunteer, because this is a lot of fun. So after volunteering for a few years and helping with the event and working with all of the other great volunteers and staff, Gil, the president, invited me to join the staff. So I was honored, of course, because this is something that I enjoy and look forward to every single year as part of my holidays. It's something that I just enjoy doing. And a couple years later, the existing vice president decided that he was going to step out, and they invited me to become vice president of the event. So going from a participant, like everybody else, to vice president, second in command, it's unbelievable, because it is just one of the premier events of its kind in North America.
Fragapalooza is a gaming event which includes tournaments and fun events. Some of the tournaments we've run in the past have been qualifiers for WCG and CPL, and some of the players that have competed in our events have gone to national competitions. But as well, a big part of Fragapalooza is the fun events we do. We'll do paper airplane contests, rock, paper, scissors, basically anything where anyone who plays any game can take a step away from the computer and participate in something fun. That's all about the community and builds things. We've done endurance contests about who can hang off a wall the longest, and all those exciting things add to the atmosphere of Fragapalooza. So it's much more than just a tournament, it's much more than just a LAN. It is a big event.
We've been coming to Fragapalooza since about 2003. We met as computer programmers.
In school, yeah, at Nate.
Yep. And we got to know this event through our LAN group, which is Garage LAN. And last year, for our 4th event, we actually got married on July 12th of '08. And after much talking, we actually decided that we were going to spend our honeymoon with our friends.
We couldn't imagine spending it with anyone else, really. We got along with them, got along well with them so well. It was just comfortable for us.
Can't imagine not coming to Fragapalooza.
Absolutely.
In a year, because it's such a great environment to meet everybody, and you get together and you just spend 4 days going hard at gaming and just having fun and razzing one another.
Really big community, meeting people from all over the place, and there's some great vendors here, some great advertising, so lots of fun.
It's a blast, and I can't imagine a summer without Fragapalooza.
Fragapalooza, from the ground roots up, is quite an event to put together. You're looking at, for a row of 20 people, you got at least 50 feet of cable to the end of the row. When you put all that stuff together, you are looking at, probably in a venue right now of 400 participants, we're probably looking at least a kilometer and a half of cable. A lot of the games have internet requirements, so for this year's venue, we've got 4 25 MIP down cable modems. Nick teamed together, so everybody's sharing those across the whole venue to do their own type of their own connections to the internet, for getting patches, playing games, communicating with the outside world, communicating with everything inside. Setup time for the network alone is pretty much the day of setup before the venue. If there's no network, there's no event. So every volunteer we get, which can be, it has been as low as 10 a year to as high as 40, probably around that amount. You'll have them working non-stop. You have to arrange for everything to be tested line by line. Power for venue of this size, we calculate, being that these are high-end machines, you need 4 amps per computer for on average. When you look at that from a house perspective, most people in a room have maybe 15 amps. We're probably running the equivalent of an 8-floor tower with 400 computers on each level. There's so much more. I'm sure you see footage about it around here. Posters going up, signage having to be done, training has to be done. You've got all that just to get it all up and running and hopefully open on time.
Fragapalooza is a great event. It's a lot of fun. Everyone enjoys participating in it. Volunteering is something special to me because it's part of building that great event. It's part of being, you know, making something this special and this difficult for this many people actually happen. Everyone that works here is a hard worker. The staff is really, really good, and we keep getting really good volunteers. It's a team building experience. We get to learn, we get to work with each other and learn to have fun with each other as we do and make Fragapalooza the event that it is.
We have a core group of volunteers that's run security for the last 2-3 years. They know what they're looking for. They know how to approach people. They know what they're checking in bags and who belongs and who doesn't belong. They're looking out for the safety and security of everybody that's within the venue. And not only that, we have the participants that are within the venue. They're looking after their equipment and their neighbor's equipment. Whenever somebody leaves for an hour, 2 hours, or overnight, there's always somebody that's willing to watch your equipment free of charge, and they're always just there. Everybody trusts everybody within the venue. And that's why I feel that this is one of Canada's safest LAN events.
Now, as Vice President, I deal a lot with helping market the event and bring in sponsors and help make the event better. We've had a lot of firsts for Fragapalooza. We were the first to demo the Counter-Strike. It was still in beta phases, and Fragapalooza was the first to have it. Intel decided they wanted to demo the Core 2 Duo, and we were the Canadian launch for the Core 2 Duo. They had media come in from Toronto, and we were the first location to get it. NVIDIA released their new SLI a few years back. We were the North American launch for SLI. They had demoed it overseas. We were the North American launch. So we've had a lot of great firsts, and we've grown up with a lot of these sponsors. Intel and NVIDIA have been part of us almost since the beginning, and we couldn't do an event like this without them. So being the Vice President now and working with these sponsors and with all the great staff, all the great volunteers, I have so much fun every year putting this event on.